What's up, my hunting brothers and sisters? We are at the UltimAider booth at the Kalamazoo Mobile Hunting Expo, and this is John. And John's going to show us a couple of his new products. I know I've done a couple reviews on them, so we're going to have to check out those. But talk about your new products and anything else you got going.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, thanks for doing the reviews on them.
Hey.
But yeah, so we got the new gear strap. We're releasing it today. This is the quick link one. I think I sent you a couple of the quick link versions, but the difference is for the one stickers, they can use this as a wrench, right? So,
yep.
So this just folds up and packs away.
Super compact.
Yeah, super compact. You can roll it right up. I like to, and I don't know if you had it on your video, but somebody was talking about how they bring that all the way back.
Yeah.
So they can, I leave this right where it's at on this tree.
Oh, that's a good idea.
The odds are my next tree I'm going to be climbing is going to be very similar to the same size tree, so I don't have to keep adjusting this, right?
That's
so
actually a good idea. That's a good tip.
So, and I'm not, when I'm hunting, okay, when you get this, it's going to look pretty, right? You got that G-clip in front. When I'm hunting, I don't pack it up that neat. I wrap it up, you know, as tight as I can, and I throw it in my dump pouch. So
very cool.
So this is the compact gear strap.
What's the price point on those?
It's $35 today at the show. They're 30 bucks, and what we're including on top of that is a second G-clip. And if you want to move that camera, I'll bring it over here.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the second one. Yeah.
We're adding a second G-clip to give you that height adjustment, that one-handed height adjustment on this backpack. So you can just lift up. And I know a lot of people have been over here playing with it.
Yeah.
So you can bring your backpack up, get what you want out of it. And with the single hand, you can just lower it back down. And all that is just a G-clip that makes that possible.
Yeah, I know when you first came out with it, that was a conversation you and I had. I was like, I'd like to be able to adjust this, and that was a simple solution that you came up with.
Well, and it wasn't just you. I've heard that from other people saying that we need a height adjustment on a tag end for your backpack instead of just this loop. Yeah. Which it makes sense, right, to be able to put your backpack at the height you want.
Right.
Right. And I didn't want to step on people's toes. I know other people have this kind of concept, so I tried to figure out how can I do it without really infringing on other people's products. And really, I mean, I already had it, right? We already had the G-clips. They're all over it, and that's all it is. And I have to keep nothing attached to the backpack. Yep. I just keep that on the end of the strap.
Very cool.
I switched it around from the way you were showing it on your video on this one, and we just tested this out today by putting a G-clip on here, the opposite of how you showed. So if you go back and watch his other videos, now I hook this onto the backpack in this loop at the end. I'm able to dictate where I want this backpack hanging. So if I'm here and I want it behind, I can just take this and hook that loop to the back of the tree. But I still have the ability to, you know, set my backpack at that height.
What else you got going up for the show here?
So the other release is the bullet retriever, and I know you've done reviews on this. Yeah. And I know Aaron Ritter did a review on it as well. So I don't know what else I can say that they haven't said, but it's just a small, less than 2 ounce grappler. You drop something out of the tree, you know, hopefully this will make it a little bit easier. You can get down there and pull up whatever you need to get.
And the coolest part, it's got the magnet on the bottom. That's like the coolest thing about the whole.
Right, so some of the feedback is a stronger magnet, and these will be things, you know, we look at in the future, and maybe sharper points on the tip so you can snag some. Yeah. But overall,
it's 90%
of the stuff you drop, you're going to be able to get. In fact, I plan on using this just to haul up my backpack because I'm a one sticker, so my rappel rope will be attached to my bow. So I'm going to pull my bow up, and now I don't have 2 strings hanging down, right? I don't have to have one for my bow and another one or doils or something for my backpack. I can get up there, I can pull my bow up, I can hang it up, and then I can pull this out and get my backpack.
Yeah, and you can wind it on your little spool too that you developed.
So yeah, I keep it on the spool just because it goes in the pack. But if I was doing what I just said, I would then take this, because it comes with a 12-inch piece of Dynaglide, so you can put your loop on the end. You can splice it or tie it, however they feel they want to do it. But I'll just clip this to the bottom of my rappel rope, and I'll just use that instead of pulling this whole thing back out. I'll just use the same rappel rope that I pulled my bow up, I'll fish my backpack up, put everything away,
Beauty is you can do it however you want, man. That's the awesome
do
part.
it however
about
you want. And
so what's the price point on the bullet retriever?
so the bullet again is $35.
35.
Today it's $30 here. And
Gotcha.
another little fun thing we're adding is a little keychain flashlight.
Ah, very cool.
So you didn't see that. I'm experimenting, right? Because I've had customers reach out to me after they saw videos and they're like, hey, what about a light on the bottom? So, and I went back and forth with customers and I'm like, that's a great idea. You drop your release early morning, you can't see it. But the problem with the light, I'm sticking to the bottom where the magnet is. Once the light hits the ground, you can't see anything anymore. So I added this little loop here and I got these little keychain flashlights that you can clip on here and hang it above your grappler. So you can still
see what you're doing
yep,
in the
so
dark.
you can still
That's
get
a
it in the
slick
dark.
idea. Very good.
I haven't found lights that I really like, so these are cheap lights, nothing special.
Yeah, trying to refine it. Yeah.
Yep. So, but we are giving those away with
progress.
anyone who buys one today, and
Very
they
cool.
can give that
and
a
of
shot.
And of course, you still obviously you've got the ultimate, the actual aiders that began it all.
Yeah. So we got aiders. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's in the name.
We wouldn't be UltimAider without aiders. So we got the aiders, the pack and plays. One other cool thing that doesn't get as much exposure as I think it should is these phone holders that go on your bridge.
Let's check those out. You got one over here?
I do. I have a display out here.
There you go. Check that out.
So the phone holder, and the idea is not so you can go out there and watch your Hallmark movies or your football game. It's more so you're not always constantly digging in and out of your coat to pull your phone out when your buddies are texting you, or when your wife's texting you, asking you when you're coming back home. But it's just sitting right here on your bridge. Every notification you get that you think might be a text, you're pulling your phone out and you're making all that movement, right? So, but if it's here, you can just look and you can see, oh, that's just a notification from my buddy who I don't need to answer right now, so I don't have to make any movements.
Right.
We have the two different style, right? We have the magnetic one, which is very slim, low profile. You put a metal disc on the back of your phone. And then we have this clamp one. So if somebody doesn't want to put a metal disc on their phone, you got this clamp one. It's a little bit more bulky, but it's still
but you don't have to
still
modify
small.
it,
You don't have to do anything. You can just clamp your phone.
Pretty cool.
Both of them were including lanyards. So
just in case that oops happens, there you go.
I don't want to be responsible for all these $1,200 phones, right? So it's not an expensive lanyard, but we include the lanyard, and how that works is you just pop your case off, you slide this disc through that hole, and it gives you a little eye hook that you can hook your lanyard to. So it's not something that's permanently attached to your phone. You can just use it. This is just my hunting case right here. This is not compatible with like the MagSafe iPhones and whatever. So when I hunt during the hunting season, I take off my case for MagSafe and I use this one so I can use it with.
Very cool.
What I also use is Painted Arrow. They're right over there. I don't know if you talked to them yet. Have you seen their stabilizer?
No, I'll have to go check that out.
So they got a magnetic stabilizer mount for your phone, so you can hook your phone so you can record your shot from your stabilizer.
Yeah.
So by using this magnetic one, I already got the metal disc on the back of my phone. I picked up these little clips from Amazon. So now, really quick, I can disconnect my phone from the lanyard.
Throw that on the front of your bow.
Yep, I get it right on the camera mode, and I bring it over to the front of my bow, because my hand's going there anyways to grab the bow, snap it to their magnet, pick my bow up, and then I can capture my shot.
Yeah.
So
the slick setup. Very cool.
And if you want to watch Hallmark or the Super Bowl,
there you go.
there you go. You can watch it.
So cool.
In fact, guy from EWO came up with the idea and just asked me to, bring it to life. And his idea was to watch football on it. And I know a lot of people are going to say you're going to miss a lot of deer if you're watching football on your phone. But he said, I'm going to miss more deer watching football on my living room couch than I am from in the tree.
And at the end of the day, it's being out there and having fun in the woods. And that's what trips your trigger. That's what you do. So
I don't know. I think that's cool. It's $10 is the price on that here at the show. Sweet. I think it's $12 regularly. Pretty cool. So it's cheap.
So real quick, tell everybody how they can find you.
UltimAider.com. Or EasternWoodsOutdoors.com. There's a couple other ones if you're in Canada.
Social media, all the social media outlets too.
Yeah, you gotta be on social media.
Good or bad. So all right, well everybody get online. Everybody knows how to Google and look stuff up on social media and check out UltimAider. I've been a fan of their products for years. I've bought some of your very original UltimAider climbing.
I saw that.
Yeah, some of the original ones that you ever made, and he's always made great products, and yeah, it's fun.
I appreciate it.
Fun to keep seeing what you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, everybody.